Hey guys, this video is about getting virtual machines on Apple Silicon. It can be tricky. There's some weird little quirks, and I know there were some problems when I was in 3.11, so I thought I'd just make a video just to make it easier. I will also just show you real quick how to install Mininet and Wireshark and also a thing called Xterm. You're going to need those three things for the labs coming up, and it's pretty easy if you just know how to do it. Just real quick bonus material. So let's get started. So first you're going to want to go here. I'm going to link this in the description. You can just download it with that, or I guess you could do that Mac App Store or whatever. It's just like any other application. You just download it, install, and do the little drag drop thing. And then you're good. So get that installed. And then I'm also going to link this. You're going to want to use the ARM version of Ubuntu server. So it's important you use ARM because this UTM runs on QEMU, and that can run on your CPU virtually instead of, you can do the other kind, but you don't want to because this is much faster. So if you're going to get another operating system, like you want to try Kali or something like that, just make sure you get like the A Arch or ARM, ARM64. Just make sure it's ARM because it's going to be way faster. So yeah, just go down here and download this one, the big green button. Don't get that one. That one's not good. Get the green button. And also, if you're, in case you're wondering, it's server to start, but we're gonna download desktop on top of it. That's just the way it goes right now. There's really no better way to do it currently. That's one of the quirks. So anyways, you've gotten your UTM installed, downloaded the ISO. You're gonna wanna go here, and again we're going to virtualize because that's much faster, and we can do that with the ARM. This is asking what operating system you're putting on the virtual machine, which is Linux. And then we're going to want to navigate to the ISO file we just downloaded, which is right here. Shouldn't take too long to download. Okay, and so we can allocate more RAM. I don't know what it auto sets to. Like if it auto sets to like a good number, maybe just stick with that. 4 is fine for me. And then I'll just specify 4 cores because mine is, I think, an 8 core. So that sounds about right, like half of them. Here you can define how much memory you want to use, but also keep in mind that this isn't gonna like take up the space unless you use it. It's like a virtual hard drive, so it sort of dynamically grows. So don't worry about this like totally taking up everything. It's not going to take up much space at all. Here is where you can set up a shared directory, and if you want to go ahead, I tried, I couldn't quite figure it out, but I also wasn't really using it much, so I didn't really look into it. But feel free if you'd like to. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. So continue, name it whatever you want. Something descriptive, obviously, because you might get a lot of these. So Linux is fine for me. And then you're going to just run it. And it'll take a second just to get through some of these initial setups. So yeah, we're going to try or install Ubuntu server. Most of these things are just going to be like total defaults. And in fact, it'll give you the option to download some extra stuff. It takes a second, I guess, but you probably don't want to download the extra stuff. I mean, you can if you want, like the SSH server, it gives you a chance to do that. So again, just defaults right here: English, Ubuntu server, everything there set up, proxy address, I guess if you have one. I don't. And yeah, just keep going here. Use entire disk. Just scroll down to done. Done, continue, and then you can just, put your info in here, server 1. I'm actually going to put my stuff, or else I will forget. Also, I'll probably use this in one of my 2 networks classes. So, okay, continue. And like here's an example. You can install OpenSSH server, but you can also do that from the command line really easily. And this might make the actual installation process take longer. So I don't know, maybe skip it. You could, Docker, stuff like that. It's really easy to download those from the command line. So maybe just make sure you can get through the process first. And then later you can download whatever you'd like. So this part is going to take a minute, so I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so this is the part that starts getting a little tricky. This is where you be careful. It says reboot now, but don't reboot it. Just shut it down because it's not going to reboot. It's not going to work. You have to do one little thing. Yeah, go ahead and exit out. And I really don't know why. So you're clicked into the one you want to use. You got to scroll down here, and where it says CD DVD, you have to clear that. You click clear right there. All right, now that's out of the way. I don't know why you have to do this, but I can tell you that it is the difference between this working and it not working. I tried to do it without instructions before, and it was just like I tried it a bunch of different ways, and then I found something that told me to do that, and it worked. So yeah, definitely do that. So, and here we go. We're at the login screen. Go ahead and log in. Password we defined, and here we are. First thing you should do, sudo apt not install update. Password again, yes. All right, next command you want to do, sudo apt upgrade. Upgrade. Oh god. Upgrade. So the update sort of gets the stuff you need to like upgrade, and then the upgrade actually does it. That's why it takes a little bit longer, but it shouldn't take that long. Not that long. Okay, and just hit enter. All good. The next one you want to do, and this is the one that actually installs the desktop over top of the server. Sudo apt install ubuntu-desktop. And then I just put the -y so that it would stop asking me if I wanted to go forward, because it gets annoying. So yeah, this part is actually going to take a while. So I'm going to pause the video. It's going to take like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. So just be patient. Okay, so at this point, it'll just pop this screen up. You just say, okay. And then reboot. And that's it. Type reboot. Takes a second. Sometimes it takes a second. Okay, so it should pop up the login screen if you did everything right. So go ahead and type in your password. And then I will show you how to download Mininet first off, and then Wireshark, and also, oh, I hate these. No, nothing. And also a thing called Xterm, which you will also need. The cool thing about using Linux versus Windows is it is a giant pain in the butt. to get the xterm stuff working. Anyways, so open terminal window right here, just from the home directory. So sudo apt install Mininet. Password one more time. The cool thing about Mininet, Wireshark, and all these programs that are like really common is that the package manager knows what they are, so you can just type in the name like that. So that's Mininet. Let's check it. -- version. Yep, it's all good. Sudo apt install Wireshark, as we'll need that for an upcoming lab. And this is if you want to run it without sudo. I don't know. I don't really like the idea. It's not that hard to run it with sudo, even though, weirdly enough, you don't have to run it with sudo because you're, I guess, because you're the administrator. Okay, so Wireshark should be up. And then one last thing, sudo apt install xterm. This will be these little kind of window, like little terminal windows that'll pop up in Mininet. All right, so let's run Mininet real quick. Just basically, you do have to use sudo when you run Mininet, but you just type in mn for Mininet. And here we are. We're running in the little Mininet CLI. It makes a basic setup for you. So there's two hosts, there's a little switch, and it adds links to the switch so that basically H1 talks to the switch, and then H2 also talks to the switch. That's how they talk to each other. When you want to pull up the xterm windows, you can say xterm H1, or you can bring up two windows. So when you're running scripts and stuff, you can talk to each other. And yeah, you can actually run anything from here. If you have a Python script, you can run Python. You can run Wireshark. So I'll just show you. Boom, here's Wireshark. But of course, you can also run Wireshark from your normal terminal window. This just sort of gives you like another little virtual environment. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's running with it's running in Mininet, so you can like monitor the little Mininet network traffic and stuff. So you will need these kinds of things later. So yeah, that's cool. Xterm, Mininet, and Wireshark are working. If you want to get out of here, you either type quit or exit, either one. But one more little bonus is that when you're having trouble figuring out how to write scripts for Mininet, I found it really useful. I guess GitHub. Go to the Mininet GitHub and just take note of the examples. The example scripts, super helpful. Just kind of reading through and looking at these and just kind of seeing what they do. It just gives you like a really good, really good start for, just writing code. Even like just basic things like, oh, here's how I import Mininet, or whatever, and how I use it. So you can read through some of these. Maybe they'll be relevant to you. I know a few helped me. So yeah, that is